Hey guys, Dave from the Wee Hours here, back with some more of RimWorld, back with some more of the Mechanitor, where our little 14-year-old robotics expert dweeb here has got a brand new friend in Beta. Beta popped by last time. He's like, I'm gonna shoot Dweeb in the face, and Dweeb's like, no, don't do that. And then Dweeb's like, I'm gonna hide in here, and Beta's like, okay, I'm gonna come through all your traps, and Beta got stuck by the traps and said, ow, I'm gonna fall down. And then Dweeb said, okay, we're gonna capture you now. That's basically your recap from last time. The problem with Beta is Dweeb can't talk to people. Dweeb has, in a very real world sense, the social skill of a 14-year-old boy in that he has a social of 2. He can barely hold a conversation, and now Dweeb is in charge of converting Beta over to our cause. We'll kind of get a feel for how that's going to go down. I have a lot to do today, because Dweeb's it. Dweeb's the one thing doing anything around here. I mean, we've got the 2 bots, we've got the lifter, we've got the construction bot, but Dweeb has to handle everything else. So I thought a really, really good first move would be maybe get some more robots on side here. So biotech, the mech gestator, make some more robots. I don't have 150 steel now, but I probably could put that together reasonably soon. So let's put the gestator over here, and then I'm going to need some power heading in that direction. The construction bots, yeah, the lifters and the construction bots are already starting to take care of this stuff here. Lifter bot's moving things out of the way. Construction bot will try and put in what he can put in. But Dweeb, let me just check you out again real quick. Yeah, you're on Wardening 1. Okay, so you're going to feed Beta, which is ideal for Beta anyway. And you're going to try and convert him over to our side. Again, you have the social skills of a real-world 14-year-old boy. I've been a 14-year-old boy, and I had a social skill of 2, I assure you. And then you're into, like, growing and plant cutting as your number 1s. Cool. I love what you're doing with that. I think we're going to back you off of that and put you on number 1 mining that you are 100% terrible at. But we need steel. I need any form of steel coming in here. I say number 1 on mining. Hold that thought, Dweeb, because the other thing I need is wood. I need wood and steel coming in here. So let's put you the plant cutting, which is actually, yeah, extracting trees. Good, that's what I want. Cut plants, extract trees, all that stuff. That can go back on 1. So don't worry about the growing part as much. Worry more about the cutting things down part. So you're going to go in here and try and convert Beta to our ideology. We're all about ripping our body parts off and replacing them with toasters, possibly blenders. I don't imagine you're going to be very good at this. This is probably not really ideal for you to be trying to do any sort of conversion, but you're it. You're all I've got. What did you do there? 81 to 47. That's actually much better than I expected. Dweeb is very, very convincing, surprisingly convincing, of people ripping their body parts off, and apparently has some sort of skill in telling you about it. Like, you should totally let me take your arm off and replace it with something that is a machine. And Beta's like, huh, I am interested in that. You know what? I'm not throwing that idea off the table. I think later I would allow you to talk to me more about that. And then you're going to give the guy a snack. Cool. All of that's good. Let's speed things up a little bit there. What I really need is, well, I need everything. I say that. I say that as kind of a sort of verbal comma, basically. What I really need is Dweeb to be doing literally everything. It is going to take you forever to mine out the steel because you are really terrible at it, but that's what I need right now. If I don't have any steel, I can't make any more robots, so it's completely irrelevant if we don't have any steel. I mean, all this work, the more robots I can get, the less Dweeb has to do. I'd love to get an agribot on hand to do all of the farming and plant cutting and all of that. I'd also love to get a cleaning bot, just for the sake of having a cleaning bot, so we can tidy up a little around here. But also I got to think about defense. The trap corridor has done okay so far, but we've only had the 1 incursion. So Beta came along, and again, he's all like, oh, I'm totally going to murder that kid in the face and steal his robots and things. And Dweeb is like, nah, I'm going to hide. And we did hide behind the trap corridor, and that worked out fine. But that's not going to work forever. I don't have any capacity to get like gun turrets or anything like that going on. So I've got to think about a defense bot, a Militor, which I believe is the first sort of aggressive robot that I can have. That should probably be my number 1 priority, although I really want my number 1 priority to be food. We have to have food coming in. Dweeb can't take time out of his day to go hunting. I just like to have plants coming in that we can, eat. Oh, also Dweeb needs a bed, because Dweeb gave up his bed for Beta. Sorry, dweeb. That's just kind of how this goes. You back doing some mining? Yeah, you having fun with that? You getting any better at it? Not really. Oh wow, 285 to 3,000. Okay, cool. Let's speed this along a little bit here and let everybody kind of do some things. The walls are going up. Actually, now that the walls are going up, I don't need this column anymore. That's somewhat irrelevant. I just put that up because it was a larger area, but we've got walls. The ceiling is definitely not going to collapse. So the bed is going up. That's good. Dweeb can have a bedroom fairly soon. He's going to be wicked excited about that. And let's try and get the door on the bedroom at some point. Is that? Yeah, that's wood. That's going to take a bit for us to get some wood chopped down. Let's get the door on the bedroom. Again, it's a 14-year-old boy. Let's make darn sure we have a door on that bedroom. Nobody wants to know what's going on in there. Sorry you have to sleep on the floor, Dweeb. Wicked sorry about that, kid. It's what it is. It's a stone floor. The traps are going back in. Not many of them, to be sure, but the traps are going back in. And Dweeb's off to go feed the prisoner. Good, excellent. What's your game plan after that? You're converting beta. Okay. Which again you are. Wow. Oh, you've already done it. Okay, fine. Well, that was easy. Weirdly easy, actually. So beta's on board with our gig. Yeah, you're into the Nova. Anyway, you're into the temple gig, which is fun. I probably should have named that something that I could easily and quickly pronounce, but here we are. Regular viewers will be used to that. New viewers will be banging their head against a wall. You will get used to the pain eventually. The pain will subside into more of a dull ache, and at that point, you've jumped firmly on board the Dave train. Dweeb, what's your move now? You're going to go get some more steel. Great, good. So a little bit more of that, and we can finish this. Yeah, we've got quite a bit of steel and obviously the components to put in there. There is steel here. Oh, there we go. There's my steel. Perfect. And they put the components in. That's going to take them a bit to do, but eventually we will have the gestator. A few more power cables to put up over there. And I'd like to get the stone cutting table down. I'd like to, get stone blocks. That's really what the stone cutting table is for now, isn't it, Dave? But I want to get a freezer. I would like to preserve our food longer than a few days. And to do that, I'd like to make that out of stone blocks. One, because I don't have any steel. I can't really be giving up steel. We landed with, 800, 900 steel, and we've used up all of it and then some. But also, stone blocks are nice and sturdy, and they'll be there for ages, and they're slightly prettier than steel. Dweeb, is playing horseshoes really the right move right now? Is that the right thing for Dweeb? Is what I'm asking. Is that the right thing for Dweeb? Also, now that we've converted beta, we need to put you over now to recruiting you. 23.0. That's going to take a while. That is going to take a while for us to get any play on beta at all in terms of joining our colony, but beta does fill in a lot of blanks with Dweeb. Great crafting skill, good medical skill, good intellectual skill. A lot of good stuff in here. You're a wimp and you're delicate, which, basically don't put you into combat is what you're hearing there. But you can get a lot done around the base. Dweeb, a little bit more steel out of you, please. And then I'd actually like to see how much steel I need to make any of these robots right now. Only a little bit of work left on that. Again, we won't have the power, but we'll have that soon enough. Move that along a little bit faster just because I want to take a look at this. So you are, in fact, done with that. Thank you. I know you don't. There you go. Now it's powered up. Hang on. We could actually maybe get something done around here. So if I wanted to... Yeah, the Militor. I feel I should be doing this. Talk to me about a Militor. Like, what is it? A Militor mechanoid. Yeah, it doesn't really tell me anything about it. But it's some kind of defense. It certainly can do more than a construction bot can. So definitely do that. And we need 50 steel, not as much as I thought. And a subcore. Well, good news. We landed with 5 of those, so we're covered in that regard. Dweeb, that is a smithing task. Yeah, you're on everything. It doesn't matter. Yeah, you have to do literally everything around here. Did you figure out where your bed was? Yeah, you did. Totally figured that. Sorry about the no door thing. I know that's really awkward, but we just don't have any wood right now. Hopefully at some point we'll have an agribot, and then you can have a door for your bedroom and anything else at that point. It's almost summer. Speaking of needing wood for things, that's what popped it into my head. I should start thinking about getting some coolers down in the bedrooms. I'm just going to go ahead and outline those now. I know we don't have the steel for it, or excuse me, the wood for it, but we'll get that at some point. The construction bot is grown bored of everything, is now just randomly repairing walls. It's not random at all. The walls are damaged. That's why the construction bot is doing that. But apparently has nothing else to do around here. I see you've done the table, too. Why don't I, again, wood I don't have, but put up a wooden dining chair for Dweeb. And then he can sit down and have a meal like a sensible person there. Let me get this through to the next day here and get Dweeb up, because there's only Dweeb to pay attention to. I usually have at least 3 colonists, and by the time the game is over, I usually have 30 colonists. But no, I've just got Dweeb. How'd you do? 23 to 22.5. Now that's more what I expected out of a social of 2. I don't know why you got that through that conversion so fast, but that's what I was expecting. Beta, you're going to be here for generations at this point. Dweeb, I know you... Good job, kid. Really, you just went right off and started mining that steel. It's just that I want to get the Militor on board. So could you please prioritize that? We do have enough steel, and we've got obviously the subcores there. No problem with those. I'd really like to get any sort of defense that isn't basically involved with Dweeb hiding behind a wall and hoping for the best, because it's only going to get worse from here. Beta was fairly easy to deal with in that he just sort of fell over and said, ow, and please take me to bed, and eventually I will join you, if I don't break out of prison first. Actually, I say that. What are your traits again? Because one of the traits is I will never break out of prison. I feel like that's wimp. I really feel like that's wimp. It doesn't specifically say that, but I feel one trait along those lines just means you will never, ever break out of prison. So, don't, because all I've got is a 14-year-old boy guarding you, and he's over doing some mining right now. Anyway, how long on my Militor here? 2.6 days. Okay, that's not terrible. That's not completely terrible. I wouldn't mind getting another charger set up at some point, because it's going to be a line to get into the chargers these days. But what is my best next logical move for the old Dweebster here? You could probably actually back off of mining and go back to the plant cutting #1, please. Back off of that. I need the wood. I got to get some wood cut down here. What are you doing? You're relaxing socially by a dead fire. Is that the best use of your time? Is that really what you think is valuable around here? Why don't you go harvest an oak tree? I know you're all sad now because I took your social thing away, your little recreation thing away, but we got a lot to do around here, kid. And you only got the 2 bots right now. Oh, speaking of the bot, the waste product from this is going to be a toxic waste pack, which I believe now is being stored here. Yeah, it's in that items, and then in MISC, and then, yeah, toxic waste packs. Let's not do that, because that's going to pollute the ground. I could put them in a freezer, but I don't even have a freezer for my own food yet, never mind for a toxic waste pack. How are we going to get rid of that? Okay, you know what, just do what normal people do, just put it out of sight. Just if I can't see it, it doesn't exist. So just put a small area over there, and this is just going to have, toxic waste packs, nothing else. No corpses, no chunks, and then no corpses over there. Just toxic waste over there. Thank you very much. Again, out of sight, out of mind. I can't see the toxic waste, therefore it is not a problem and certainly won't pollute the entire map over time. Eventually I can get some kind of freezer put together to store it so it won't deteriorate. You're cutting more trees down. That's very, very good. I've got a door, 2 coolers, and 1 more trap to put together before any of this is going to look halfway decent in terms of not needing him to be cutting trees down anymore. I'm going to speed this along a little bit and then kind of see what happens. Mostly the next couple of days, barring some insanity happening, is mostly going to just be Dweeb doing things over and over and over again. Did you just get some herbal medicine? Oh, good job, man. Good job, kid. Yeah, you're going to take a nap. You know what? Well-deserved nap. You got some more medicine in there. That's good of you. It's summer. Okay, so you're probably, like, what's the... It's 81 in here. It's 80 degrees in the prison. Beta can't be feel good. I mean, take the hat off for a start, man. Take the hat off. That might make you feel better. It traps the heat. So the heat goes out through your head, I guess. That's like the exit for heat. And if you took the hat off, the heat would go away. But you're going to keep the hat on, is what you're going to do there. Dweeb, what's your first move of the day? Is it feeding our... No, you're going for a walk. Neat. You're not still in... No, you're in unrestricted. What are the mechs in? The mechs are also in unrestricted. Okay, you're going to feed the prisoner, right, kid? right? I don't have to check in on you with that, right? Is that what your move is right now? Yeah. Okay, cool. You grabbed a meal. You know what? Speaking of food, we have some meals. It would not hurt us to have more. Oh, I know. You got so much on your plate, kid. I totally understand that. But could you also go hunt a donkey as like your top priority? There's going to be a lot of good meat in a donkey. What's your deal? You're going to go harvest some heal root. Also very, very handy. Possibly not top priority, but very handy. It's not going to hurt us to have some extra medicine around here. Where's the, Oh, you're hauling herbal medicine. Okay, good. At least you got something to do. All right. Well, I think the only thing I can do right now is just sort of hang out and wait for Dweeb to kind of do his thing. You're hunting the donkey up there. Okay. You're a terrible shot. You're absolutely terrible. Let's slow that down. You're an absolutely terrible shot. It's bleeding very heavily, though. I think. Have you been shot, sir? Yeah, you've been shot a couple of times. You're going to be dead in 15 hours. I could honestly just break off the attack and let it bleed out. What I'd have to do there is keep an eye on it and remember that it exists. Otherwise, it'll just be out there rotting and I'll forget to go get it. How long now? You've been shot several times. You're going to be dead in 9 hours. Could you die quicker? Just as an ask, just as like a solid to me, man. Could you just die quicker? I got this kid doing literally everything. And, okay, also he can't shoot. Wow. Just keep trying there, kid. Just spray and pray, man. Spray and pray. It's, it ain't working out. What do you got? 6 hours to die? Okay, just try and get it done. I was going to break off the attack, but just try and get it done, man. Because I want you to haul the corpse back. I want you to eat, kid. I do. I want you to eat. You're looking a little pale. There you go. You got it. You go. Was it that hard? It's a donkey. I don't even think they run very fast. All right, get that eventually. Wow, that was really far away. Get that eventually back to the house there. And then you can chop that up. We have a bill in here, right? Yep, butcher a creature forever and try and make 10 simple meals. Great. That's exactly what I need to have happen. Without a freezer, what I need is just basically food all the time. I need constant resupply of food. There's a dead rat in here if anyone wanted to grab that. That'd be okay if you wanted to go ahead and do that. I need a little bit more wood, so you keep doing your thing, but then I want to start to look at the stone block idea. So let's do wooden stonecutter's table. Pop that, say, there. I won't be able to build this for ages, but, you know, the thought is there. The idea of it is there. You're going to work on beta for a little bit more. How'd you feel that's going to go, kid? Because this is going to be such a slow roll, and there's nothing I can do about it. No way to accelerate this. 21.4 to 20.8. Yeah, you're doing like 0.5, 0.6 every time. Okay, so what is that, about 40 efforts-ish? 40 times, and I think we might talk to them like twice a day. I might be wrong about that. So you're looking at a minimum of like 20 days or so before Beta's going to be on side, if he doesn't kill us first, you know, by the whole breaking out of prison, which he may or may not do, because I'm not really 100% sure. Dweeb, I think, yeah, we've almost got, do we have enough wood? Yes, now we have enough wood to do that, and your door is up. So that's all the wood I need right now, except, yeah, no, never mind. Dweeb, just keep doing your jam, man. We need some more over here. Because I'd like to get those corpses chopped up and made into food before they go bad. This donkey is not going to live forever. Indeed, it's in fact already dead. So it's not going to be in one piece forever is really what I was trying to say there, Dweeb. It's not getting any more alive. That I can assure you. But it's not going to be in one piece. Not a piece you're going to want to eat anyway. You're going to be like, ew. Oh my god, that is gross. Why are you making me eat a rotten donkey? I mean, I know I'm 14 and I have no sense of taste, but please don't make me eat this. I think this tree, and we're in pretty good shape for everything I need. Okay, so I'm going to back you. All right, how do I want to do this now? Ambrosia, cool. You know what? Back burner that for right now. Off of plant cutting, onto cooking, number one, because we need to get these chopped up. I'm assuming you're going to go to bed soon, but let's just check out Ambrosia Sprout. Yeah, sure. It's no bad thing to get it, because it's just something I can sell to people more than anything. Dweeb won't get over here, but he doesn't really need to for a while. We'll just turn off sewing. It is right outside, so that part is kind of handy. And yeah, Dweeb's in bed. Justifiably so. It's been a very, very, very busy day for you, Dweeb. It's been a very busy day. All of the traps are put back together, which is good. Where's my construction bot? What are you, like, doing? Hang on, Mex. Constructo bot. Oh, you're just down here. Sorry, I didn't see you. I thought you were a bit of rubble. Sorry, you just speak up, man. Speak up. Just say, hey, I'm over here building a chair. No reason to think I abandoned the colony or anything. I'm right here building a chair. Totally obeying my function there. You're not going to have a lot left to do once we've kind of done this thing. The table there, the stone cutting bench. What is this made out of? Steel. Okay. I'm going to grab these. No, don't reinstall them. Uninstall them. You know, a couple of urns around the place is not a bad idea. It's a small beauty upgrade, but it is a beauty upgrade. There's no reason to not have it. And then anything else here? Let's just deconstruct some of this. So yeah, deconstruct. Yeah, no, deconstruct. All of these walls. Yeah, see, you're right over here. You're loving this. You're having a great time doing this. Deconstruct this, deconstruct this. Just give the bot something to do. And it'll be a few more materials coming in and out here. How are we doing on the stone cutting table? A guinea pig is dead for reasons that aren't adequately explained. But that certainly is a dead guinea pig. Yep, no lie there. Got a little bit of guinea pig fur that we could do something with later. Also, speaking of making the place slightly prettier, you're getting an urn, kid. It's a steel urn. It's probably ugly as sin, but there it is. I'd love to do some flooring for you. You already have quite a bit of flooring. It's just a little hodgepodge, isn't it? More importantly, you're making meals. That's really kind of what I need you to make. Constant supply of food. Never stop the food coming in, because I have no capacity to freeze it. I don't even really, even if I wanted to do it out of steel or wood, I just don't even have that either. I really need that agribot. I need a farming bot so bad. I feel... What? Rewarded conflict. Hold that thought. Slam it into pause mode there, kid. I feel like I should have done the agribot first. But here we go. Conflict. That usually means bad. And that means maybe I need the combat bot, the Militor, whatever it is. It's going to be done in 12 hours. It's irrelevant at this point. What is your problem? Why are you making me come over here? Agnes, what is your deal? 3 groups of wasters? 3? Okay, it's only going to be 1 drifter, and then the same again twice. Okay, in 3 days, I'll have my Militor. Huh. Honor +6. The Archite capsule I can live without. That's for biotech stuff. I certainly am not going to be anywhere near that in the near future. And a teeny tiny bit of plasteel. That's not so good. The goodwill is nice. The honor, though, if I accept the honor thing, I have no ability to rise any higher in the ranks because I don't have a throne for Dweeb. Interesting. I kind of want to say yes because I've got 3 chances to get another prisoner. Can I really deal with another prisoner, though? Beta's going to suck up all of Dweeb's time as it is. Ordinarily, wow, this one colonist thing is really twisting the way I play this. Ordinarily, I'd jump all over this. I'd have 3 colonists here to just gun down a drifter that wanders by. I cannot afford to have Dweeb injured. Or even worse, unconscious. That's just not acceptable. So, I'm actually going to say no. I never say no to those. I love those quests. But the rewards are not really going to help me right now. Oh, Dweeb, I'm so sorry. I say rise any higher in the ranks. You haven't risen at all in the ranks. You haven't even started your royal quest. Sorry, Dweeb. I've got like 3 or 4 different RimWorld runs going on. I'm not always sure on who's done what at this point. It's not personal. It's just that I basically just met you. You're brand new to my world, Dweeb. Brand new to my world. What do we do? 20.8 to 20.2. So yeah, about 0.6 every time you chit-chat with him. Dweeb's making more food. We still need a little bit more wood. Is that the problem? No, we've got the wood. We just need the bot to get over here and actually do it. Where are you going now? Are you no, you're the lifter. What are you doing? You're wandering. Could you maybe finish this? Where's the hold up here? It contains all the resources. I don't know, maybe you're just having an off day right now. You're just like, nah, I don't feel like working. Even though I'm a robot and I'm specifically programmed to work. Meteorite of compacted steel. That's cool. It also hit the Mega Sloth. Sorry. Unless you're going to die. Are you going to die? You're in no immediate danger. That's unfortunate. Yeah, that just dropped right on top of the Mega Sloth. Sorry. It is right outside. That's cool. I mean, there's plenty of other places I can get steel. It's not the locating steel. It's the mining steel. I know where steel is. I only have one kid to go and do it, and he's terrible at mining. Speaking of which, Dweeb, where'd you go? You're harvesting rice. Really? That like your gig? Yeah, I see what you're doing there. That is kind of a number 2 task, isn't it? Okay. Why don't you go back to some mining after that? How long on this? 4 hours on my Militor. Okay, 4 hours. And you're going in to talk to Beta again. So what is it, like 2 or 3 times during the day they're going to chit-chat? Yeah, that went down at a 0.7 on that. That's pretty good. Are you getting better, Dweeb? Are you actually learning how to talk to people like a human? What is your skill go up? No, still 2. Still 2. You're about almost a third of the way to level 3. Yeah, typical 14-year-old boy. Can't talk to anyone without goofing it up. What was I going to do while I was looking at this? Oh, that's what I was going to do. I was looking at those stone blocks and thinking we do not need to store those in here. That is a very silly place to store stone blocks. So let's do a stockpile zone outside. And this is just going to be clear everything. Get rid of everything that's going on there. Okay, so all I want in here is, yeah, stone blocks, steel, and uranium, if we happen to come across it. All good things to store outside. Ooh, the Militor is done. Hang on. But in this storage, let's take those out. So no stone blocks, no steel, no wood. Hey, Dweeb, before you go to bed, can you pop the Militor out, please? So prioritize working at that. Just like crack open the case, like an unboxing kind of thing. There we go. Okay, so hang on. Slow down there. Let me check you out, Chief. What do? You got a mini shotgun. Okay. You have a degree of you can fire a gun at people, which is good because you are it. You're going to be my entire defense mechanism at this point. A mini shotgun. Okay, can I check that out a little bit more? Like, what is the range on this? It's got a beauty of -3. That's not really what I need to know. It's 50% flammable. What is range? Okay, 13. So 13 tiles. So just for argument's sake, if I drafted you, show me your... Okay, there's your range right there. No, there's your range right there. There's your range. Not bad. Go over here. I just want to see range like when it's not in the base. Like how... If you were standing here and you wanted to shoot at somebody, how would that pan out? So show me this again. Yeah, boy, that is a mini shotgun, isn't it? That's a very, very miniature shotgun. Okay, well, you know what? It's somebody who can shoot things who isn't Dweeb. I could probably maybe make another one of those. What's your limit? Is it six mechs you can have right now? Oh, by the way, you can auto repair. So I'm pretty sure it's 6. Show me your Who's He McWhat's here. Dweeb, come here. Yeah, there. Oh, 3 out of 9. Oh, maybe because you're coming in with the Mechanator scenario thing, you have an upgraded one. What's like your thing? Mech Link. Okay, I get that part. Bandwidth of +6 and mech control grips +2. Why do you have bandwidth of 9 though? Maybe it's because you are the Mechanator. I know it should probably be pronounced Mechanitor, but nobody wants to say that. That's ridiculous. Mechanator. Gain more bandwidth. Bandwidth usage. Right, I've got 3 out of 9. I get that. I understand that. Well, maybe I should make another. No. Go with the Agrabot. That way you can just basically take Dweeb off of gardening. The whole point of having the robots is so Dweeb doesn't have to do any of this stuff. That's like literally the scenario. He wants to live alone and have bots do everything. He's not going to be living alone. He's going to be wicked sad about that. He's a recluse. That's one of his traits, and he wants to live with as few people as possible. I got to tell you right now, kid. Dweeb, there's going to be a lot of people around here. I will take almost any warm body. It's very rare that I refuse anyone at all. Let's get this going a little bit faster and get you through to the next day and get you up and doing something. Did you guys remove the toxic waste pack yet? Probably. I just probably wasn't paying attention to it. the lifter is probably already done that, because the lifter is just doing busy work right now, moving everything out of here. That'll free up some space in here and make it look slightly less cluttered. This is so not what I want it to be. None of this is what I want it to be. But I would like to get, again, I'm a little fuzzy, guys, on why we're not building the Stonecutter's table. How about if we just sort of unallow it and then allow it again? It seems to me that we have all the materials in there, and it's just not getting done. Dweeb, if I told you to go do that, could you do that? Missing 5 wood. Oh, read numbers correctly, Dave. 70 out of 75. Okay, so there's your problem there, kid. You didn't read the numbers. Okay, you never do. You never, ever do that. Need 5 more wood. Okay, Dweeb, you're playing horseshoes. That's a really great idea in embryo, but what I'd love you to... You know what's wicked fun, Dweeb? Cutting down trees. You're like, I love to play horseshoes. I love to throw the horseshoe at the horseshoe pin. I'm going to tell you, Dweeb, non-stop excitement when you're cutting down trees. You are having the time of your life right now. You may not realize it. You may hate what you're doing, but I assure you, having the time of your life. Megasloth here. Just Megasloth's popped up and gone through some traps and died. Well, almost dead. Gonna be dead in 3 hours. Great. That's gonna be a lot of meat. That is gonna be so much meat. That is fantastic. That's one less hunting trip we have to do. So hopefully, yeah, the lifter or the construction bot, I'm not sure. Yeah, the construction bot moving stuff in here. Now we have 75 out of 75. See how those two numbers are the same, Dave? That's what you're looking for. Okay? When you're asking, do I have enough materials to do this? You want this number and this number to be the same number, not different. If they're different, something has gone wrong. Okay, you probably don't have enough. Probably the number on the left is less than the number on the right. Okay, now we've got a stonecutter table. Start doing any stone blocks. I legitimately, I say that. If I focus on one, then I'm not going to have a mishmash of things. So what have I got here? I got granite. That's more granite. Sandstone over here. Is there something we've got like a lot of? Like, show me all the granite in the area. Okay, we've got a decent amount of granite in this area. So how about we just start doing some granite blocks? No, don't do that anymore. Make granite blocks. I don't know, try and do like 20. And then we'll kind of figure it out from there. So, Dweeb, here's what I need you to be doing right now. Do we in fact have any steel? The answer is a hard maybe. Yeah, some. You're cooking some meals right now. I want to get you going on the Agrabot. Yeah, the Agrahand. And you're going to talk to Beta. When you're done with that, I'm just going to have you start up the whole Mechanitor thing there. Or Mechanitor, if you prefer, and I'd prefer that you didn't prefer that. Hang on, go work at... No, work at the Gestator. Work at the Gestator. Yeah, I want the farming bot up sooner rather than later. And the Megasloth's dead. Cool. So, I mean, not for the Megasloth. The Megasloth's probably pretty sad about being dead in whatever afterlife Megasloths live in. I don't know, Megasloth heaven, or I don't know if he was a good Megasloth or a bad Megasloth. Maybe he's in Megasloth hell, I don't know. But wherever the case, he's like, wow, I'm kind of sad I'm dead. I was having way more fun being alive. And then I had a meteor crash on me, and then I wandered into a bunch of traps. I did not have a very successful end to my life. There was a pretty poor showing, all said and done. Dweeb's cooking some more food. That's cool. And the Gestator is going. Get another 2.6 days. That's fine. I got all the time in the world for that thing. It's more important that we have wherever my defense bot is. There it is. He's down there somewhere. It's hard to tell you guys apart sometimes. Do you guys hunt? If I targeted something for hunting, would you do that? Actually, not quite sure how you work. Show me info about you. Okay, lack the power, range, and toughness. Yes, no lie there. Cheap to gestate and maintain. A rear guard or swarm attacker. Yeah, you're going to be on the swarm attacker thing. It's going to be a swarm of 1. Known to send militaries into urban ruins to hunt down survivors. Okay, so nothing there that says you can hunt. I'm thinking like Stranded Alien Dawn, where your combat mechs can also be hunters at the same time. Perhaps not. What are you doing now? You're patrolling. Good. That's a solid thing for you to be doing. I love your patrolling action. Red hot patrolling action. Now that I have many things in place that I wanted, I need more wood again. Now I got to get wood to redo the traps that the Megasloth just took out. So I was going to put Dweeb on number 1 crafting, but no, I do kind of need you on number 1 plant cutting, back off of mining, and then I'll refidget with that a little bit later as I can. Let's get this moving a little bit faster. I was going to put up a light. Where's my power here? Okay, probably a power conduit from there to there. And then we'll put up a light in here like that. All right, I'm going to work on your room, Dweeb. It's not really going to be your room. It's a room. It's about the best we got right now. Megasloth getting chopped up. Oh, that's going to be a lot of meat. It's going to be a lot of meat that's going to go bad very, very quickly. I bet you we don't even get to eat all of this meat. It's a nice idea. I could make it into meals. I wish I knew packaged survival meals. They'd last for ages, but I don't have any capacity to do research right now. How about we said maybe 15 of these instead? Just try and use up some of that meat. How long are these going to last? 3.4 days. Okay, but that's a lot better than 1.9 days when the meat is going to rot. And we're moving all this meat around. Yeah, Dweeb's having a good old time cooking. That's great. I love the fact that you are cooking. I'm not going to lie about that. I wouldn't lie to you, Dweeb. I have no incentive to. Doesn't benefit me to lie to you. I gain nothing by lying to you, Dweeb. But I love the fact that you're cooking. And again, that is not a lie. I'm very accurate in that statement. It's just that we have 1,700 other things to be doing. One of which is getting these trees chopped down. Donkey meat is already rotted away. We just killed that donkey. It took Dweeb like half a day to kill that donkey, and it's already dead. What I need is more wood. But, you know what? Put some meals together. That's fine, I guess. Gonna get... You've got this going, so at least in 2 days, I will have a robot that will do it itself. And just be chopping trees forever. So maybe we just kind of suffer through the things. I see the batteries are discharging a little bit there. What? The pill slickers. Oh, neat. Okay. Okay. We've gotten through one raid. We can try and get through another one, although none of my traps are really ready to go. Because I don't have a bot to chop wood. Dweeb, be in Runaway Dweeb. That's your zone. That's your safe place. And the mechs also be in Runaway Dweeb. I'll figure out what to do with the Militor. Where's my man here? So, Sin. Quack Sin. Oh, that's fun. You have a fun name. Quack Sin. You sound like a cartoon character of some sort. You've only got a knife, which is lovely, because we have a mini shotgun on our Militor, you see. Got a mini shotgun on the old Militor there. Speaking of Captain Militor, which one are you? Again, you're this one. All right, let's get you drafted. I'm just going to kind of draft you, and then kind of poke you out the door. You're just going to hang out up there. Where's Dude? He's coming up sort of over here. Why don't you go over here? Why don't you come over here? I'm not sure if he's going to go for the trap corridor, or if he's going to like maybe go try to set fire to something. Show me your range. Broadly terrible. That range. Yeah, broadly terrible. Why don't you go over here? Are you coming for us? Yeah, you are coming for us. Okay, good. Get the Militor in here. I prefer it didn't get damaged. So come in here. And then, Dweeb, you are technically armed in the strictest legal definition of the word. So you go over here. So the door's going to close. The guy's like, oh no, the door closed. What am I going to do? I will probably have to go through this corridor full is an exaggeration, but contains some traps. And now I'm dead. Okay, that seemed to work out fine. You're undrafted. And then Dweeb, come here. You're undrafted. All right, didn't even really need to use the Militor on that one, except as bait, which is actually probably really handy. Because you know what didn't get baited? Dweeb. I cannot afford to have this kid go down. He's literally it. Dweeb, speaking of which, we had talked about things, and I don't remember what they were. So you've made a degree of meals. Okay, cool. Are we on pause mode on the meals yet? Yes, we are. So you should be getting into some tree cutting pretty quickly. Let's make sure we've got a few more of those targeted. Very, very soon, Dweeb. This will not be your problem anymore. And we need to put everyone back in unrestricted. And then the mechs, actually, ideally in the home zone. I prefer my mechs in the home zone. They are very easily targeted by everything. A mad animal, a raid, any of those things will take them right out. And they're a pain in the neck to repair. Do we put human corpses in here? We're not okay with cannibalism, are we? I didn't. That's a complete. No, we don't like eating people at all, guys. No. You know what? We'll put them up with the toxic waste. Hang on. Where did I put my toxic? Yeah, it's up here. So we're going to put them up with the toxic waste. So we can actually store human corpses can go up here. Okay? And then no human corpses down here. That means I've got to put the mech back in unrestricted. Otherwise, they will never get up there. So you know what? Just fine. Being unrestricted right now. It's early days yet. I can more tightly control them later. There we go. We're moving the body out of there. No one wants the body in here. It can just go sit up there and rot in the toxic waste. Out of sight, out of mind. That's how humans work. I got toxic waste and a human corpse. But you know what? I can't see it from my house, so it's okay. That's how we roll. All right. What's your best next move, Dweeb? Like, what's your thing? I know it's sort of a mental comma, Dweeb. I say, what's my best next move, or what's the most logical thing I could be doing around here? It's just sort of a verbal comma, really, when I'm doing these videos, and it allows me to think of something else that is slightly more important to say. Yeah, you're doing the herbal medicine. That is, I really do appreciate that. And you botched it. I don't appreciate that part. It's just that we need the wood kit. Okay, the wood has got to happen because we only got 2 traps left, and that ain't good. How long till this? 1.6 days before my farming bot comes online. The bots are starting to bump into each other down here. There's so many of them. And Dweeb's asleep. Great, so everything grinds to a halt when Dweeb takes a nap. Hey, Beta, how are you doing? 16.6. Okay, progress is being made. It's not nothing. It's a very, very, very slow roll, to be sure. So my freezer is ideally going to go here. That's my thought. Freezer like this, and then sort of a dining room area / kitchen like this. And then I'm going to have to figure out how the rest of this base is going to go. I'm going to need more bedrooms. I got to put together a much better sort of production crafting area than this. This is just a hot mess as far as I'm concerned. This will not stand. Certainly something much larger would be helpful too. I really didn't need that column. Those walls are fine. Well, I can always get rid of it later. Okay, Dweeb, get up. I know it's 4 o'clock in the morning. I'm not actually making you get up. I'm not that cruel. You're a 14-year-old. You're probably in bed till 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I know I was. Yeah, again, straight for that herbal medicine, huh? Could we maybe target, like, the trees that need to come down? Or are you just waiting for the agribot to do it for you? 15.8 we're down to there. Okay, well, you only got 1 left. You can't... What? Really, you need to eat already? All right, tree. Oh, thank goodness, Dweeb. Dweeb, just cut all the trees down. It's the most exciting time in your life. It really is. You're just blossoming right now, and by blossoming, I mean cutting trees down. It's a fun old day in Dweeb's world. But there we go. All right, so we're picking up some wood. We're starting to get the traps repaired. That's what I needed. That's the whole point of this little exercise here, is getting more traps up. An anima tree. Okay, yeah, probably don't kill the happy tree. People get less happy about that than you might ideally think they would be. And 1 more day on my agrihand. And then maybe I got 9 slots. Probably a cleaning bot, but I think I might make another Militor after that. Just get, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them as a frontline defense against Dweeb getting injured in any way, until I have colonists who can actually shoot things. I've only got 3 of the subcores left. I mean, I can put the subcore generator or whatever it is, the bench where I make subcores up. They're actually pretty easy to make, although that would require steel, which would require mining, which I don't have. What are you? Steel wall. Just somebody, one of the construction bots will do it. Well, I mean, one of them. You've only got the 1 construction bot, Dave. It's only the 1 construction bot. So don't worry about which one. There's only the 1 of them. Get that deconstructed. It's just something for them to be doing. And then when you are... Okay, Dweeb, here's the plan, man. Cut these trees down, and then we're going to go into hardcore stone cutting. Okay? You're just going to be carving stone all day until there is no more stone to carve, which is 20. By the way, the bill is 20. Dweeb, it's 20 of those that I need you to do. Thank you so much. But you're going to go in and... Oh, what happened to Beta? Beta, did you fall over? Oh, you got food poisoning. Yeah, that's going to happen. A 14-year-old is cooking your meals. How hygienic do you think that is, Beta? Really? Ask yourself that question. How hygienic do you think? The kid probably hasn't showered in like 3 days. It's not going to be good, Beta. Food poisoning is definitely a thing that's going to happen. I assure you of that. A few more trees coming down. This is looking good. Got some materials in there. There's a lot of blood. Would love to have a cleaning bot. That'll certainly help with, food poisoning issues and hygiene in general. Oh dear, it's getting a little grim, isn't it, around here? Okay, move that forward faster. Just do anything but what we're doing right now. Dweeb, you are again off to bed. Okay. So, 15 hours. Basically, by the time you get up, Dweeb, again, that'll be 2 o'clock in the morning, you're a 14-year-old, that will be broadly done. The agrobot will be broadly done. And then we'll get on to another Militor, and then, I guess, probably a cleaning bot for the blood, if nothing else. I mean, Megasloths bleed a lot. I might even bump up the meals again just to use up the meat. Better to use it than not use it. Dweeb, what's your plan? Food? Sensible. Sensible. Move a little bit faster if you could. I'd like to get to the point where this thing cracks open. I got 7 hours on that. You're talking to Beta, probably apologizing for the food poisoning. I think either you threw up on Beta or Beta threw up on you. Either way, it's a bad time. No lie. But yeah, that hasn't ended well there. Yeah, there goes the meat. Well, didn't have time to make that into food. Megasloth meat just deteriorated. Are you talking to him again? Dweeb, just give the guy some space, all right? And let him think about joining the colony. You just can't be hammering him all the time. 14.0? Okay, yeah, 0.6 every time. So we're talking to them, what, 2-3 times a day, something like that. So, I don't know, maybe like another game week. We might be in the ballpark with Beta. Dweeb, more wood. How are we doing? It looks like we actually have all the materials in place. Read the numbers carefully, though, Dave. See, this number is a 10, and this number is a 45. Those are different numbers. Also, you're being raided again. Okay, are they coming immediately, or are they going to hang out? They're going to hang out. All right, everybody, again, Runaway Dweeb, and mechs go into Runaway Dweeb. And where are they coming from, please? Over there. Oh, hang on, they're already on the way. Or they're just going to their place. Okay, they're just going to their place where they're going to hang out for a little bit. And you're what? Come here. Smog Castaway. Okay. Let me check you out before you start killing us. I mean, you have some skills. You can shoot. You can punch. You're industrious. That means you work faster. Yeah, 35% work speed. You can construct things. You can do some mining. Guess who might be stuck in the mines the entire time? Hang on, the Agrahan's done. Dweeb, go. Actually, you know what? Hold off until after the raid, Dweeb. And where do you think you're putting those stone blocks? Yeah, you're just going to dump them on the floor. Never mind, you cracked it open anyway. No. Agrahan, run away. Also, auto repair. I know you don't have anything to do right now. You know what? Chop these trees down. That'll give you something to do. Chop those trees down. I dare you. The folks are beginning their assault. Why don't we... Yeah, I need something for the Agrahan to be doing right now. So why don't you, I don't know, put up a patch of roses or something? Just something to pretty the place up. Because you're going to be stuck there for a little bit. Roses, yeah, go do that. So, Dweeb, get drafted. Come down here. And the Militor, I can't immediately spot you. Draft you, and where are you? Oh, you're right there. You're literally in front of my face. Okay, everybody slow down. Everybody slow down a little bit there. Where's my man? Where'd you go? Okay, that's going to take you a while. Why don't we get you going a little bit faster there? And get again, the Militor as bait was working out pretty good. So why don't you come over here and hang out with Smog. Now, are you going to go for the door, or are you going to go for, like, trying to burn something? I think you see the Militor. You're obviously charging right for it. Great, get back in here. And then we can just let the trap corridors kind of do their work. You can hang out up here. Dweeb, you hang out down here. So what's your move? Yeah, going right for the trap. Oh, you didn't like that at all. You did not like that at all. You're running away? No. You're just kind of hanging out a little bit. You better not be going to go burn something. Come here. Militor. Yeah, he's going to go burn something. He's going to go set something on fire. I don't really have a lot of capacity to deal with fire. So if you could just, like, not, that'd be neat. Show me your range. A little bit more. A little bit more. There we go. You're in range now. Okay, that's one shot. And how about another one? Okay, you might be a terrible combatant. So let's just get you coming in back in here. Again, just use the Militor as bait. to get him to come through the trap corridor. Dweeb, you just stay put, man. You're doing everything I need you to do right now. You just hang tight, kid. Nope, he's out again. All right, again, more bait. Pop out, shoot him in the back. Right, get a... No, really? You're out of range on that? Oh, whoa, 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 okay. Little cat and mouse here. Cat and mouse, Militor and Smog. Cat and mouse. All right, pop in there. Door will close. Don't get bored this time. Come through the trap corridor. It's wicked fun if you're us. It's not as fun if you're you. There you go, right in there. No, 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 you're out again. No, no, you've learned your lesson. You're like, I've been here before. I know this trap corridor. This is where I got hit with a trap. Don't do that quite yet, actually. Close the door. Just trying to get him to... Okay, you're going to try and bash the door down. That's kind of okay in its way. No, you're bored again. Okay, let him go a little bit further. Pop out again. Militors move fast. That part is nice. Shoot him. I dare you. There we go. Hang on, hang on. Everything stop. All right. You're off draft. You're off draft. I mean, I guess we'll capture you. I can't see a specific reason not to. You will contribute some skills. I'm specifically looking at you in mining. Let's just get him in the door before you plan his life script, Dave. How about you just get him in the door? Okay. Bad news, Beta. You're gonna have to share a bed with this blood-soaked gentleman. I don't know. Maybe what? A cougar hunting dweeb. Cool. Everyone's in the runaway dweeb zone. Well, I've had infinite problems with cougars in this game. Really, just infinite problems with cougars. We'll get the Militor ready, just in case the cougar's gonna pop out and do... There's the cougar. Dweeb's not leaving the... Hang on, Dweeb. I need you to do some work around here. So, let's give you... You know what, 5 hours? I got 5 hours. We're just gonna use the regular medicine on you. You're already tending to him. Okay, good. Yep, do that, kid. So... Cougar might get bored. It might not. It might come through the trap corridor. Any one of those scenarios could be happening. Move it on a little bit faster. I want to see what the cougar's going to do. It doesn't seem to be particularly interested in hunting dweeb, in that it's leaving. It's just going away from dweeb, not where dweeb is. So, either it's gotten bored, or it is a terrible hunter. It's just wandering around going, I hope I bump into some food. I'm really not very good at the hunting. I hope I'm just going to bump into food and it will fall into my mouth. I'm going to keep half an eye on you, but right now it's kind of irrelevant because we're inside. You're going to have to go through traps to do that. How are you doing, kid? All right, we've dealt with many of your problems. You have a heart problem, artery blockage. Okay. For today's, I'm going to put you on conversion. What are you into? Yeah, you're into that High Legion thing that Beta was into. Have a chat with Beta. He saw the error of his ways. How's the cougar? I don't think the cougar is hunting anymore. It's blue. Yeah, I think we're off cougar. I think we can kind of forget cougar for today. And now everyone... Are you sure about that, Dave? We're not sure about that, but we're going to take a chance, which is a terrible idea. You guys can all go back to your business there and undraft you. And then, actually, I'll keep Dweeb in the runaway zone just for right now. Yeah, he's got some stone blocks he could be doing. He can occupy his time there. And more importantly, the Agrabot is right out here carving some trees up. That's exactly what I need. Also, I could turn back on the sewing here. Who has an infection? Smog, that's very fussy of you. Dweeb, can you deal with... you know what, get the... Oh, I'm going to regret this. Put him on the good medicine to deal with the infection. Go tend to him if you could. Sorry to wake you up for that, kid, but... What is your infection in? Is it something I can easily amputate? Yeah, it's in your leg. Oh, yeah, I can lop your leg right off. Trust me, you're going to want me to. When you believe in the whole transhumanism thing, you're going to totally want me to take your leg off. I may as well take it out preemptively. Guys, that's probably an excellent place to call it on RimWorld for today. Do please keep the comments coming in. Let me know what you're thinking of this. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, do please leave a like down below. It does cheer me up no end when people do that. And if you're new to the channel, maybe just checking it out for the first time, feel free to hit that subscribe button. See more of this ridiculous nonsense. Until then, I'm Dave. Thank you, as always, for joining me in the wee hours. We'll see you next time. But maybe we close the door during a zombie apocalypse, Cinnamon, huh? It's just basic security technique. If the door is closed, cinnamon, the zombies are going to have to work harder to get in. What you've done is put up a big sign on the top of your roof here that says, "Hey zombies, this way for food." All right, is there an actual fire, or are you just telling me that fire is a thing that exists? Because I'm very familiar with that. Fire loves me, and it wants to be near me at all times. And I'm pretty sure they're trying to beat him to death with a baguette, which is less effective than you might commonly think it would be. I have created epic fruitcake. Those words have never been uttered in the entirety of human history. That sentence has never come together. I have made epic fruitcake.